I'm Rachel.
And I'm Joe.
And we are two crazy campers.
And after losing a combined weight of more than 200 pounds,
we realized we had so much more energy for activities.
Come along with us as we explore the great outdoors.
And join us on a brand new adventure.
So we are here at the 2025 Alliance National Rally in Elkhart, Indiana. And one of the cool things is they have some of the new 2026 models set up for us to take a walk through. We're gonna start off right here with the 2026 model of the Delta 262RB, which is actually the same layout as our old Grand Design. Now I do wanna say, as we walk around and take a look at these are still like in their early stages, so there may be some slight changes, but these are the 2026 models. But sometimes they may make little changes between now and when they're also released. Also, we don't have any kind of pricing or anything like that, because this is kind of like the first look at these 2026 models.
Okay, let's take a look inside. Right up here, we have all of our controls. And again, this is exactly like Eleanor. It reminds me so much of Eleanor. Only one of the things that was really annoying up here was we had a big empty space, an open space, and that just collected dust and dirt, and it was crazy. Down here, if you look, this is where you've got your smart wire. And then standing back up, you have a nice little coat rack, or you could hang your umbrellas and flashlight right there. And then we're coming back into our old bathroom. So many memories of having this kind of configuration. It's really nice. I do sometimes miss the amount of counter space that you have when you have a bathroom that's in the back like this. Look at this cabinet. We never had this much cabinet space rather. This is absolutely incredible. You've got good positioning on the toilets. And then you have that Alliance shower where you have plenty of headroom. Very, very nice. You're never gonna bump your head. Don't feel claustrophobic. This is a lovely bathroom. I do think that they have a larger window in the bathroom than we ever had. So always, this is like a PSA here, is make sure that you have the shades down, because you're coming out of that shower, everybody can see your business, okay? And then you do have towel storage right here, nice little cubbies. This is really, really nice. As we walk through the bathroom, I like the fact that you have the barn door, so you have privacy, but also you're not gonna restrict the flow of traffic going in and out of the RV. Then you have the nice recliners. I love the fact that they're not electric. I like the pull string. Personally, let us know in the comments, are you an electric recliner person, or are you like me and you just like the pull string? Take a look at your view from the recliners. You've got a beautiful television set on a swivel mount. It's also a pull out for just great vantage point all around this living area. You've got an incredible amount of storage, so you can bring all of your gaming consoles with you, as well as movies and games for the kids. And then down here at the bottom is something I really wish we had when we had Eleanor, and that is a beautiful fireplace. This just provides a true entertainment center. And then you've got your Greystone microwave, and then you've got like the vent over top of it. And then you do have the Easy Bake Oven, but we're sort of used to that. You've got a giant pot and pan drawer underneath the stove, along with a great amount of cabinets. And then I love the fact that they have the silverware drawer mounted inside of here. Great prep area around the sink. This is plenty of room for prep. And then you have an incredible amount of cabinet storage. This just is an amazing plan. You can bring all the things, which is really nice. Then something that's super cool that we did not have in Eleanor and always wish we did is the trash can that's built in. This is a perfect place for the trash can. We always had to keep a trash can on the side because we didn't have the built-in trash can. So I love that. And then I also love this extra bit of counter space that provides the perfect little meal prep area. Joe, is this bringing you back memories of the dinette? Remember the dinette? It's amazing. to see the dinette again. I'm not usually a fan of it just because whoever sits in this seat is the one that is having the least amount of fun on their dinner experience. But it is nice to be able to have loads of seating, especially if you're traveling with the kiddos. One thing that a dinette like this does afford is plenty of under-seat storage. So tons of storage. Moving into the bedroom, we've got the sliding barn door. I love that. And then you have a beautiful bedroom. This is really a nice lot of space. You've got good nightstands on both sides. They all have hidden storage, which is fantastic, along with a drawer and plenty of space for you to have a CPAP machine and plug in all your gadgets for the night. You do have reading lights right here, which is nice, and plenty of headroom with our amazing Sedona mattress. This would probably be very beneficial because you've got more room for it to be high up. You've got some cabinet space overhead. And then you've got some closet space here. You can take out the shelf and hang your clothes if need be. I will say that I would now miss my little built-in armoire that we do have in our RV. That's not in this RV, but I do like the spacing of this bedroom.
Now in this bedroom, we do have an 8K Furrion Chill AC over here. And then over there on that wall is going to be your TV backer location. As far as out here in the main living area, we do have a Furrion Chill Cube AC right here. And what's nice is even though this works off of remote control, it is low enough that we can actually just press the buttons by hand as well. Moving along to the outside, I have to say I'm absolutely in love with the new color scheme of the Delta 262 RB. I really like the black and the dark gray graphics. It just really pops against the white. Now up here in the front, we have that amazing pass-through storage. Look at the amount of storage that we have out here. 62 cubic feet of pass-through. You know, all these blocks for them leveling them out here at the show, but it does come with your table and table mount. Over here on the side, we're gonna have our awning light, front cap lights, cable. We have a power outlet. So look at this. This is really cool. They have a Starlink prep in here, so you can plug your Starlink in right there. And then over here, we have a spray port. Coming up here in the front, we have two 20-pound propane canisters. We do have an electric leveling jack over here. Place for our batteries back over here. And this is really cool. Wait till you see this on the other side of your pass-through. Once again, we have our tank flush, our city water. Here's our slide out buttons, our water pump switch, battery disconnected. And look at this. This has a built-in Blue Technologies water filter right here. We absolutely love our Blue Technologies water filter. I'll actually leave a link for our video right up here. It is an amazing water filter, and it is really cool to see that Alliance is actually putting them into the units when you get it. Over here we have our main slide, and then right here is going to be access to underneath your dinette. Unfortunately, it is locked right now, but this gets right under that back of the dinette, so you have some more storage built here into the slide. Down here is where you're gonna connect all of your sewer connections. Now this one does have manual stabilization jacks, but you can get auto level installed on it. It comes standard with 50 amp service. And then you also have a receiver hitch here on the back so that you can put your bike racks and things like that. You do have the oversized ladder out here. Allows you to have 300 pounds, and it's nice and wide so that you can hang towels, things like that. And then once again, another spray port right here. There is an awning that runs all the way from the back to the front, so it is a nice big awning. You can see over here, it comes with the 3 steps, Moride step above. And then right here, you do have your griddle combo. So you can pull out and have your griddle combo. And I love the fact that it's got this little Delta logo that is engraved on the front. The other thing, which you didn't see, and again, it's just a little thing, but if you take a look at here on the front door, they're putting the Alliance logo right here on the glass door. I'm a little jealous over the hubcaps though. take a look at the Alliance logo that is there on the hubcaps. Okay, we are in different clothes from when we did the walkthrough of this video, because when we got back to our RV last night, I started thinking that I wanted to change my pros.
Okay.
So we're gonna just redo the pros and cons right here. And you obviously have not seen it, but what we had said when we filmed that video was, it's kind of hard to do pros and cons on a layout that we have owned. I could tell you what all my pros and cons are, and we've done this layout like 4 times. So go watch one of those videos. So instead, we're gonna go at this with pros and cons of changes that Alliance has made since we owned the 2019 Grand Design 2600,
Right.
and changes we've seen since that with their new ones. Because when we saw their 262 last year, that's what made us buy an Alliance.
Right.
So let's start off with, what would your con of this unit be?
Since we had this layout for so many years, I'm gonna say when you first come in, you have no place to put your shoes still. That is a huge problem for me, because we took this to Key West and to lots of muddy places, and I'm always looking for some place to put my shoes, and they've configured this differently every time. You know, I like the fact that they got rid of that overhead dust collector shelf that we used to have in Eleanor, but down at the bottom, that's where you have like the smart wire system. You don't have a place for shoes. And I wish that they had storage compartments there, first thing.
Okay. So for me, my con is, it's a little bit of a ticky-tack con, and it's really going to depend on how you're camping. But when I compare this to when we had the 2019 Grand Design 2600 RB, which is the same floor plan, our water heater was in the back, in the bathroom. So it was mounted on the back of the RV. Going in, you only had 1 or 2 drawers, I don't remember, and then the bottom area was your hot water heater.
Right.
Okay. What they've done here is they have given you more drawer, more storage space there, and they moved the water heater to here, right behind Rachel. If you are not dry camping, if you're not boondocking, that is no big deal.
Yeah.
Well, it could be a big deal. But what happens is, because it's an instant water heater, it takes a lot longer for the hot water to go from here to the bathroom, which is in the back. So if you're dry camping, that could be a waste of water.
Mm-hmm.
Though if you are dry camping, you might eventually, doing it a lot, you might probably consider switching it out to a tank water heater at some point. But that would be the big, it's a ticky-tack con. It's just, you have to wait longer for hot water, basically, is what I'm saying.
Well, what's your pro?
So my pro is going to be, and this is where I had to change things, because I really couldn't find any pros as far as improvement until I started thinking about it. But my pro is going to be the little nuances that Alliance is now doing. And we first saw it here on this unit. And there's 2 that are coming to mind. Number 1 is the Blue Technologies water filter. Integrating that water filter is amazing. But even better is Starlink Prep.
Yeah.
And after looking at that, I talked to Joe from Alliance. I'm like, what is Starlink Prep? It's prep all the way to the roof.
Wow.
So you could put a flat mount Starlink on your roof. On your roof. And now you have the cable that comes right down to the pass-through.
That's
like,
a game
no
changer.
more running wires. So Alliance is taking like really popular layouts, amazing layouts that really there's no more room for improvement, and they're finding ways to make improvements.
Right.
So like, I think that that is just like a game changer for me in those little things, because they're taking a great unit. My biggest complaint with this unit overall, having now been in other units, is no access to the bedroom when the slide is closed. But
Literally
like, we
is.
had that already. And again, you still have access to the bathroom. You still have access to the kitchen. It's just, you don't have access to the bedroom. I could live without the bedroom more than I could live without
Oh,
the
same.
bathroom and the kitchen. So what is your pro?
This is a little one, but again, you've got a great layout and you're just trying to make it better. I'm gonna say the garbage can. The garbage can in the sink, because that was something I always had to think about. Where's the garbage can, you know, to stick it when we were traveling. So I love that, as well as I still love having an outdoor kitchen. When I think back to when we had this layout, I would have liked to have an outdoor kitchen that was just built in.
I'm shocked by your pro.
Really?
I'm shocked by your pro.
Why?
Because this unit has something that our 2600 RB did not have. And when we bought our Delta, you were like, no matter what we get, we have to have it. And it's kind of interesting that the Delta was, I have to have this feature. And now you bought an Avenue that does not have it, and that this unit has a fireplace.
It's off of my mind.
So I'm kind of shocked that that wasn't your pro. But let us know down in the comment section, what are your pros and cons of this unit? Do you like rear bathroom units? Let us know down below. While you're down there, please do us a favor. Hit the like button on this video. That's going to do two things. Number one, it does help build our channel, but more importantly, it lets us know what kind of videos you guys are looking to see.
Also, don't forget to hit the little bell button, and that way every single time we upload a new video, you'll be alerted to it.
Until next time,
Happy camping.